You can't even be empathetic. You can't sympathize with people in their weakness, but you hold on to their weak areas and make it a big deal. It's something that we need to work on in the year 2024 as Christians. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel again. You know that I'm always excited to see you and to have you listen to me. Thank you again for coming back to watch this video, and thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, I'm thanking you in advance because I know that you're going to subscribe after this. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, and thank you for being consistent. I do not take this for granted. Thank you again. And my name is Neme. I share with you God's word on a weekly basis to help your faith, to help you grow. And I do this and I also talk about trending topics and I relate them with what God is saying about it. So thank you so much for joining me again. My contents are basically for Christians to help believers improve their work with God, to help us grow in our knowledge of God. And so what I want to talk to you about today is basically about us Christians and how we relate with people. And I've noticed that we believers we are supposed to live a Christ-like life, yeah, and we are supposed to have good relationships with people. We're supposed to treat people better. But I've noticed that some of us or most of us don't do that. Our actions and our words does not go with what we say or who we believe in or who we are following, which is Christ. And that is basically what I want to talk about. In the year 2024, we need to do better as Christians. We need to do better with our relationship with people. We need to do better how we treat people, especially people that we in quotes we are better than. We need to be more kind and more generous in the year 2024 as believers. Most times in organizations we hear people are having issues with their bosses or people that are their line managers, and if you check, these people are people that are tongue blasting people. They are the ones that when they are praying their voices bring down heavens. And when you now check their relationship with people or how they treat their colleagues or people that they work that they are above, you will just marvel at, so where's the whole Christianity thing in this thing you're doing? And most times we also hear that the people that are even doing better, people that are treating people well, are non-Christians. And I don't know where we got that from. I don't know where we got that attitude from, because Jesus was never like that. I want to read for us in Philippians chapter 2 verse 7, and it says, Philippians chapter 2 verse 3 and 4, it says, don't be jealous or proud, but be humble and consider others more important than yourself. Care about them as much as you care about yourselves. Some people, or some of us as believers, do not care for the other person as much as we care for ourselves. The things that you know that you cannot do or you don't have the ability to do them, why do you subject somebody else to do that? Why do you expect somebody else to do that? And I'll say this, I know that this other person might have the ability to do that, but the question is, you can ask the person, if you think that this person has the ability to do that thing that you cannot do, you need to first of all confirm from them, are you sure you can be able to do this? Is it okay by you if you do this? As Christians, we should care for others the same way we care for ourselves. People that live with you, you shouldn't subject them to, I don't want to use the word slavery because I feel that is a very harsh word, but you shouldn't stress them to the point where they want to leave your house, or or they're uncomfortable being around you. People that you work with, you shouldn't subject them to the point where they're uncomfortable working for you. They have negative things to say about you. I know that human beings can be extra. I know that we as humans, we can be extra, but can we as believers do our part? And our conscience is clear that we have cared for these people as our own. We have loved these people. We are being gracious to these people, and not be wicked, and not be hateful, and not be evil. There's some things that we do that we think is nothing, but that is us being evil and being hateful. We Christians, we are the ones that are hateful to ourselves. We are the ones as believers that are beefing ourselves. And we see this every day in the body of Christ, where we don't want to grieve for ourselves. Oh, I attend this church. You're not my kind of person. God did not, that is not the purpose why God sent Jesus on earth. That was not the purpose why Jesus came. And we shouldn't make the gospel very hard for others to get. Because one of the ways that we preach this good news, this gospel to people is through our attitude, through our actions. Let people see us and want to know God. Let people see us and want to have fellowship with God. You can't be someone that everyone is uncomfortable being around, or you can't be someone that people have things to say about. When people have things to say about you consistently, then you need to watch it, you need to work on it. And what I'm just saying today, as Christians, we need to be careful how we speak to people. We need to speak with more grace on our lips in the year 2024. We need to be gracious in our words. We need to be gracious in our actions towards people. Before you say something, before you speak, before you join a conversation, ask yourself, how will this person, the hearer, how will this person perceive me? How will this person take this message? Will the person be hurt? We need to be intentional about speaking the truth in love and not making the person feel hurt or making the person feel pain. And the message you're trying to pass across, at the end of the day, you do not pass it because you are trying to say the truth, no matter how the person wants to take it. Matthew chapter 7 verse 12 says, "Do unto others what you would have them do to you." So if you know that you cannot take that thing from anybody, don't give it to the person. If you know that you are in a place where maybe you're in the leadership position, and you know that if you were a follower in quotes, you wouldn't, as someone is talking to you that particular way, you wouldn't take it. Then don't give it to the other person. You need to ask yourself, this thing I'm trying to say, this action I'm trying to take, how will it affect others? Don't give an attitude that tomorrow you will not be able to take back. If somebody gives you back that same attitude, how will you feel about it? Don't give an action. Don't take an action that tomorrow, if somebody gives you that action, you won't be able to take, or it will hurt you. Don't give that action. As Christians, we're the ones that say the most hurtful things, we're the ones that fight the most, we're the ones that abuse people the most. And I was seeing on social media one time about a certain lady that came. I think you guys would have known about this lady that came and was saying something about her pastor doing this and that to her. And the members of the church came for her, and when I mean came for her, they were saying derogatory words to her. They were cursing her. I'm like, is it the same Jesus that all of us are serving, that these ones too are serving? Or is it the same God? Like, I don't understand. Where are all these words coming from? And we are supposed to be believers. We are the ones that fight the most. We are doing, your church, people are believing in this one, I don't believe in this one. You're talking down on people. You're talking down on ministries because they don't agree with what you believe in. It's okay for everybody not to go the direction you are going. It's okay for everybody to have their own opinion, but making people feel less of themselves because you're trying to pass across a message, or you're trying to be you in quotes, it is not good. And this year, we need to do better as Christians. We need to live better. We need to live a Christ-like life. We need to have good relationship with people. Make a decision to be good. Make a decision to live a good life. Make a decision to speak the right words in spite of what the other person is saying. You are the one that will decide how to receive an information. You are the one to decide how to respond to that information. And it shouldn't depend on your receiving and responding to what a conversation someone has had with you, or maybe a clap back should not be dependent on what the person said, but should be dependent on who you are. Knowing who you are, knowing what you represent. When you understand what you represent, when you know who you are, it will be easier for you to respond to people. It will be easier for you to love people. It will be easier for you to have good relationships with people. So in this year 2024, we should always remind ourselves of who we are. We should always remind ourselves of who we represent. See, our actions must always be in line with what we say. Our actions must always be in line with what we say to people. We cannot be saying this and our action will be showing something else. We can't be saying we are loved by God. We can't be saying we are God's children and our action is saying something different. We are maltreating people with our words, with our actions. See, when people start getting uncomfortable being around you by the actions that you give them, then you know that it's something that you need to work on. So this year, I just want to tell us to do better as Christians. That's basically what this today's video is about. I hope this has been able to encourage us and help us and remind us that God loves everybody. God expects us to do to others what we expect them to do to us. If you know that you cannot take it, don't give it to somebody else. If you know that you cannot take that insult, don't give it to somebody else. If you know that if somebody talks to you in this way, you'll be hurt. Don't talk to the person that way. If you know that this action you're about to take, this thing you're trying to do to this person is not going to yield any results, it's going to hurt the person, or the person is going to suffer, don't give it to that person, okay? And also look out for people. Look out for people that you're working with. Look out for people that are working under you. Look out for them. Ask them questions. Are you okay? Is this job too much for you? Would you need more time to rest? The truth is that you might not get your reward from them, but trust me, when your reward comes, you will know that your reward has come. When you do those things, God in His own way has a way of blessing us. Thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe, do not forget to like, and also let me hear what you think about what I have said in the comment section. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video.